The Carolina Rains have arrived as we are inside a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A give to Jones. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Off play action. Bishop. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Bishop. A quick pass here to Godwin. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And they'll run again. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
9th play now, this long opening drive. Can they cash it in on 3rd and goal? And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a first down.
And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss, because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visiting Panthers who came away with the victory in that one. So now they look to take the season series here at home in Charlotte. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Faking the give, Darnold. Flushed out right. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 43 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line and linebacker. 2nd level in the secondary, the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And caught by Trimble. A gain of 6 there on 1st. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 2nd down at 4. Darnold now to throw. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They'll run it with Jones. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, it's Jones. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. Here's second and a yard. To the air again, Darnold. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's Darnold. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Darnold. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall, as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Here's Darnold. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Another run, this time McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
2nd and 8 coming up. Now Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From the 27, Darnold, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. Rohrwasser now for the point after. The rain making this treacherous, but the extra point is good, and with it, it'll give them the lead. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 113 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Darnold. Flush to his right. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Darnold from the red zone now. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it a 2nd down. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. McCaffrey. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Scotty Miller. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now it's Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Steps away to his left. There's Trimble, the tight end, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Darnold. Looking left sideline, incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Now Darnold. He will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Darnold to throw. Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
One last throw down for Darnold. Rolling to his left. This is Anderson. And all the way down to the 37. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bucs, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.